For more on this, I'm joined from Dubai by Cornelia Meyer, economist and founder of Meyer Resources. Thank you so much for joining me, Cornelia. Elon Musk has actually appeared to confirm reports that his rocket company SpaceX is preparing to go public in the new year. Is it surprising that he's decided to do this?
Well, this is probably, if he wants to do it, it's probably as good a time as any. Was just at the Abu Dhabi Finance Week, and all people were talking about was, hyperscalers, AI, space. So there's a big hype in this space. And no pun intended. And so this is probably as good a time as any. And some analysts say he could raise as many as more than 30 billion, which would make that IPO larger than the so far largest IPO, which was Aramco in 2019, which raised 29 billion.
And it's so funny because that was actually my next question. This could be the biggest IPO of all time, of course, beating Saudi Aramco. But what will this mean for Elon Musk himself? Because he's going to have two of the world's most valuable companies, and that's something fascinating. Have we seen this before? And also, what will critics be saying?
Well, no, I think this is precisely it. And I'm less worried about the critics for him. I'm more worried about the boards, because the boards are going to say, look, you have SpaceX, you have Tesla, then you have X. So you have so many things on your plate. How can you manage it all? How can you add the value? And with Tesla, he was just promised a really huge potential bonus. So it will be very interesting how the boards will react to this. But I would just like to quickly come back to it. It's said that this company could be as large as 1.5 billion valued if it really goes well with this IPO. Then he would have two companies at about 1.5 billion, which is 1.5 trillion, which is 3 trillion, which is 10% of US GDP.
Incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible if he manages to pull this off, and just the volume of those companies and the money. But what will also be quite interesting to see is if he does take it from private to public, the rumors are that he's going to, what will SpaceX then invest its money in? And also, we can't forget there's Starlink too.
Yeah. No, I think, look, there's a lot of demand for cash from in SpaceX. He will want to do further explorations. He will want to put people into space. He will want to put more satellites on. And you mentioned something very important, which is Starlink, because Starlink, there is a sense of how profitable is Starlink really, because in order to make it really work, to make this internet connection just as smooth as it is with cable, he needed to put up so many satellites. So Starlink is, in terms of the finances, a little bit opaque. So, but he will certainly need to put money into Starlink, and he will want to grow his space endeavors exponentially.
And I also just want to say, if the SpaceX IPO happens, how much could this revive the IPO market in the US? How has that been looking this last year? Have we seen more listings or less listings?
Well, we have seen actually in that sort of category, we've seen about 2 to 1 in terms of the funding via private funding versus the funding via IPO. So it will certainly give an impetus. And one of the things is that you saw that a lot of the companies in that space were suddenly got higher valuations with the rumor of the SpaceX IPO.
And just a quick question, do you think Elon Musk ever sleeps? Because I'm not sure he does.
I'm not sure he does. And if he has two public companies on his hands, that will certainly reduce his ability to get any sleep.
I know, he's a pretty incredible man, isn't he? He always manages to surprise us, even had time to get involved in US politics. But Cornelia Meyer, it's great to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time.